Hello, it's Average Row, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. And guys, that is the last time I will be saying that in this playthrough, because we have reached the final session of Mass Effect 2. We are just fresh off the back of absolutely annihilating the suicide mission. We saved everybody. We died once, unfortunately, but other than that little hiccup, we handled it. Even when we ran out of ammo fighting the Human Reaper, our squad mates were able to stick with us and help us get through over the finish line in the end, which is ironic because in our last session here, we will not have the help of any of our squad mates. We will be left to our own devices here. Let's go ahead and jump in while I talk more about that, because as you can see by the title of the stream, we are doing the Arrival DLC. It is the last thing we have to do in our Mass Effect 2 playthrough. As you can see, I'm still in the cabin just because that's right where we left off. So I'm going to go ahead and head back down to the CIC. Well, actually, we did not talk to everybody post-suicide mission. Everybody kind of has a comment to say at the end of the suicide mission. So what I'm going to do is since I'm already on deck 1, I'm going to go all the way down to engineering and just work my way up back to the CIC, and then we'll get started with that. But yeah, we literally just finished the suicide mission. I stopped that session, got some lunch, did some chores, and then I hopped back on this stream. I took the day off to give myself a 4-day weekend, so that I was planning on doing at least 2 streams today. So let's go ahead and start with Zaid, see if he has anything to say.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives.
Okay. This is a general comment.
Lost track around 50.
First time we've heard it, though, I think.
Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
We'll see. We did just betray him, so by destroying the collector's base. Zaid, we will see in Mass Effect 3 when we protect a Volus diplomat, I think, or some sort of Volus on the Citadel. Just a quick cameo from that mission. He gives us war assets, though. We have a quick little conversation for us, and he continues to root for us. So I really like Zaid, but he's not one of my favorite characters. But in the end, he's still fun to have around and very useful gameplay-wise as well. So I will see Zaid in Mass Effect 3. I guess this is kind of like saying goodbye to all of these squad members for now, of course. So let's go ahead and see if Jack has anything to say.
Good job blowing that collector base all to hell. No way the elusive man should get the chance to fuck with it. Besides, awesome explosion, right? I should go. Whatever.
Alright, cool. Jack becomes much more mild-mannered, but still has that feisty spirit in Mass Effect 3. She becomes a teacher at Grissom Academy. Grissom Academy has been mentioned in this Mass Effect 2 playthrough in the Overlord DLC. That's where we sent Gavin. David. That's where we sent David Archer after we saved him from his brother. So we will be seeing both him and Jack in Grissom Academy in Mass Effect 3, where she has hair, funnily enough. Looks really good. Let's go ahead and talk to Ken and Gabby.
Thanks for coming to get us, Commander.
I felt myself slipping away. You arrived just in time. Thank you.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Ken and Gabby we will see in Mass Effect 3 just like we are now. They will be, I think the first time we go to the Citadel, we'll head to the Spectre Requisitions office and we'll be able to enlist them for the Normandy, where they will join Tali and the return of Engineer Adams for Mass Effect 1 for a packed Mass Effect 3 engineering crew. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love Ken and Gabby, I love Adams, and of course I love Tali. So them, along with Edie, get into some pretty funny shenanigans and lots of funny conversations, of course, in Mass Effect 3. So looking forward to that. Gonna talk to Tali.
I can't believe we destroyed the collector base. They said it couldn't be done. Then again, that's said about a lot of things you do.
She would know, of course, helping us defeat Saren and Sovereign in Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 3, I mean, Tali really shines in Mass Effect 3 for sure. She's a high-ranking Quarian official, and she's really at the heart of the conflict of the Quarian and the Geth, where we work to resolve that conflict, hopefully by achieving peace between the two long warring species. And of course, like I just said, Tali does play a huge part in that. So I'm glad that she's still around, and I can't wait to see her in Mass Effect 3.
Talk to you later.
We don't get to see her until probably the middle of the game, though. But I'll be counting down the levels until we get to see her again. Last but not least on engineering, we'll talk to Grunt.
We fought a great battle, Shepard. And when you blew up the base instead of handing it to Cerberus. Something to think about. If you killed the most dangerous thing in the galaxy, that leaves us.
He's got a point. He's got a point. Shepard and the Normandy crew are not to be messed with. And the Reaper army now knows that for sure. That Mass Effect 1 was not a hiccup. We just thwarted them again in Mass Effect 2. And they've decided, you know what? Screw tiptoeing around. Screw trying to improve before we attack this cycle. Trying to get Sovereign in there as well. Recruiting agents like Saren. Like, screw all that. This cycle has gone on for too long. If we let it go on any further, they might kill us. Let's just go in and send our whole army in right now. And that's what's going to happen at the beginning of Mass Effect 3. I can't wait. But Grunt, we will be seeing him when we during the obviously the Tachanka Act. It's a side mission where we investigate one of Rex's like special ops teams, Krogan spec ops teams that have gone missing. And it turns out that Grunt and the rest of Aralak Company, who he is the leader of, chosen by Rex, was sent there as well. So we rendezvous with him on that, and we work together with his team to rescue the remaining Krogan and release the Rachni Queen, which was in Mass Effect 1. And we of course chose to save the Rachni Queen on Noveria all the way back in Mass Effect 1. So we'll be seeing a lot of returning characters in that mission. Obviously Grunt and the Rachni Queen specifically. So can't wait for that mission as well.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Alright, that's it for the engineering crew. Let's go ahead and head up to the crew's quarters. Lots of teammates here. But I wanted to I didn't do this, like going around the end at the I didn't go around talking to everybody at the end of the main story in the previous session, just because I knew the Arrival DLC. I don't suspect it'll take us a full 2 hours, so I'm using this to kind of pad the time as well. And I obviously wanted to do it at some point, so that's why we're starting off this Arrival DLC session with talking to everybody.
I was just thinking about you. This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to start
Bert,
through the CIC from now on.
Keep your eyes to yourself. But I mean, I mentioned that when we first got Kasumi in this playthrough, that I think Kasumi's underrated. I think she's very, very pretty, but and she's very cute and likable as well. I wish she was more than just a DLC character and had like actual fleshed out conversations like the rest of the crew. But either way, I still love her, and we will be seeing her similarly to Zaid. She gets a quick cameo mission on Citadel on the Citadel. I forget what point we get that, but she's being tracked by a Spectre named John Bao, who is a Solarian. He only shows up during that quick mission with Kasumi. And it turns out that like a Hanar is trying to assassinate somebody, and Kasumi was trying to stop them, and we kind of worked together with her for a little bit. And she just feels like same old Kasumi. I can't wait to see her there. She's still thirsty over Jacob, so that's always funny. But I'll miss you, Kasumi. Until then, and we got Thane.
You had to make a difficult choice, Shepard. For what it's worth, I believe you made the correct one.
Thank you, Thane. Thane we will be seeing after the Tachanka mission, where we cure the genophage. The following act starts off with the Cerberus group trying to commit a coup through Udina on the Citadel Council, trying to take over the Citadel. and Thane is at the heart of it because he ends up living the rest of his days. After this, shortly after Mass Effect 2 concludes, he goes to Horta Memorial Hospital on the Citadel to kind of, because he has that Keppel syndrome, right, that's slowly killing him, to kind of just live out the rest of the day of his days and stay close to Kolyat, who is also obviously his son and is also on the Citadel as well. And but unfortunately, he gets cut down by Kai Lang in that mission. And but we still love Thane, and he does a good job. He served us well and is a great friend. So I can't wait to see him in Mass Effect 3.
I should go.
On the
I
Citadel.
shall return to my meditations.
Next up we have Samara, I believe. Yep. Well, let's walk in here, get the ambient combo.
I never want to go through anything like that again, but we did it.
I can't wait to get back to Earth and see my family.
Good on those two. I love their conversation. Alright, got Samara now.
I wanted to tell you, I believe you did the right thing by destroying that base.
I love how she knows it's
The
us
elusive man
before,
thinks he has the wisdom to
without even
realize
looking,
it, but he
turning
does
around.
not.
Maybe it's because we're the only one that visits her. Who knows? But Samara, we will be seeing. She gets like a huge, her own huge mission. I don't want to say huge, but it's like a fleshed out side mission where we go to a monastery in Asari space where her daughters Rila and Falere, who are Ardat Yakshi, but unlike Morinth, they've chosen to live in solitude so that they're not a danger to anybody else. But the Reapers are obviously that monastery is obviously a target for them because they have power. They're housing powerful Asari there, and they obviously want to take them and turn them into Reapers and whatnot. So we obviously meet up with Samara there to thwart those plans there. Really great mission. So I can't wait to see her there.
I should go.
Of course.
Like I said, Samara's, a lot of her story and interactions all center around her relationship with her daughters. Obviously, Mass Effect 2, her loyalty mission was around her daughter Morinth, and in Mass Effect 3, it's about Rila and Falere, her surviving daughters.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the Collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends.
I cannot express how happy I am that we never had to see Chakwas die. Because she is just so motherly, so loving. I freaking, she kind of keeps you grounded here. You can be fighting aliens and insurmountable threats, but Chakwas will always be here to, like, cheer you on, you know what I mean? So, freaking love Chakwas. Can talk to Legion here.
An interesting choice, Shepard Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
Yeah, see, Legion, he, unlike everybody else, he hasn't outright said you made the right choice. You know what I mean? He was just like, interesting. Organics are unpredictable. But Legion, of course, just like Tali, is at the center of the Quarian Geth conflict. And that act reaches its climax when Tali and the Legion. I was going to say Geth, and then the Geth, and then Legion. But Tali and Legion are our two squad mates representing either side of that conflict. And things get heated up really well. And just like I mentioned several times, the qualifying and meeting the requirements to save both the Quarians and the Geth is the hardest thing to do in the entire trilogy. And we were on the right track to doing so, though, but there's still a lot we need to do still in Mass Effect 3 to achieve that. And hopefully we can do that so we don't need to see Legion die in vain or Tali die in vain or anything like that. But it's really tough because, obviously Legion wants to protect the Geth, Tali wants to protect the Quarians, and they're both asking us to destroy the other, but hopefully we'll be able to get out of there, saving both the Quarian and the Geth. So I can't wait to see Legion in Mass Effect 3. He actually gets captured by the Reapers and is used as in one of their bases as like a power source or something like that. But we will see him in Mass Effect 3. Next up is Garrus.
I can't believe you took down the Collectors. I'm proud to serve under you, Commander. Hawthorne is still in the infirmary, though I think his pride is more broken than his bones. He tried so hard to help.
He was one of the guys that just got ragdolled by the Collectors when the crew got kidnapped. Well, we'll talk to Rupert.
You really are a hero.
sooner had the Collectors damned us than you were pulling our sorry asses right back out of hell. You're aces in my book, Shepard. Thank you.
Cool. I really liked Rupert and his personality, but I don't think we definitely don't see him in Mass Effect 3. I don't even think there's a chance we don't even hear anything about him. I don't remember like a email or anything like that, but we'll keep an eye out. But if that's it, then Rupert, thank you for keeping us fed. I'm glad I got to get you those provisions a long time ago. Just make sure you wash your hands more, I guess. But here's our old pal Garrus.
First Saren, now the Collectors. Remind me never to get on your bad side.
He's our hype man.
I almost feel sorry for the Reapers.
See, Garrus believes in us, you know, and you really feel that. In Mass Effect 3, they do a good job of showing just how stressed and depressed Shepard gets. And one of our rocks that is always there for us to hang on to through the storm is Garrus. So yeah, I really love him in Mass Effect 3 even more. And we get him really soon as well. Out of our Mass Effect 2 squad mates, I'm pretty sure he's the one we encounter the soonest. Because we, after the tutorial and kind of intro missions, our first big mission is interacting with the Turians to try to recruit them for the war effort. And Garrus is actually a high-ranking general in the Turian army. And we obviously meet up with him on one of Palaven's moons, Palaven being the Turian homeworld. So we will see him shortly.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if
And
you
I
need
can't
me.
wait. Freaking love Garrus. Everything's better when you have him on board the Normandy, so I'm glad we didn't have to wait as long to get him like we did in Mass Effect 2. Got Miranda.
We had to do it, Shepard. Taking down the Collector base was the right decision. The Elusive Man might not agree, but we had no choice.
Miranda, her biggest part in the trilogy has already been played in Mass Effect 2. In terms of presence, story-wise, she is the reason we're able to take down Cerberus once and for all. If it wasn't for her planning the tracker on Kai Lang, we would never have found the Cerberus base in time, and we would never have been able to destroy them before we took on the Reapers in the final stand. So Miranda, we owe a lot. The galaxy owes a lot to her, and she gets kind of shafted in Mass Effect 3 because the whole time she's doing something in secret, and she's keeping you in the dark, you know, to try to protect the integrity of her secret mission. And it turns out that she's trying to save her sister, her twin sister, who we met and rescued from the Elusive Man in her loyalty mission this playthrough. She gets kidnapped by their father, and we rescue them on Horizon, actually. Not the same facility, but nevertheless the same colony. And it's like a sanctuary. It's called Sanctuary, I believe. And she's obviously racing to save her sister before she becomes unreachable, and Kai Lang actually cuts her down. You can save her, though. It's actually quite easy to save her, but I'll get more into the specifics later. But there's a chance she passes away in Mass Effect 3, but not until she helps us find the Cerberus headquarters. So we will see her shortly in Mass Effect 3.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Always trying to protect her sister, you know? Like, she comes off as a real bad word at the beginning of this playthrough, but you quickly learn that she's very lovable. She has a good heart, so I really like Miranda. Alright, that's it. Next to the CIC, where we will talk to Kelly, Joker, Morden, and Jacob. I'll probably talk to Jacob first and swing around to Morden, hit up Kelly, and then Joker. And then we'll go ahead and get into the Arrival DLC.
Didn't expect you to light up that base, Shepard. Hell of a way to tell the boss you're quitting. I wish I could have seen his face. It's not over, though. Bad guys on the horizon. And now Cerberus wants your tail. Never boring, huh? I don't know what kind of time we have, but we better dust off and stay ready. You sure as hell know how to make enemies.
Alright, cool. Jacob actually helps protect a Cerberus defector group. So a bunch of ex-Cerberus scientists that are taking refuge on one of the planets in the Alliance space, I believe. And that's where he actually meets his future wife and mother of their child. So a lot changes, a lot happens in the few months in between Mass Effect 2 and 3 for Jacob. So his mission is like Samara, Grunt, and Jack, where they get like a fully fleshed out side mission. Unlike, say, Miranda and Thane, who are only present, a little bit in main missions. Like, yes, they don't have their own fleshed out side missions, but they play a part in main story missions, Miranda and Thane. And then, obviously, the two DLC characters, in Kasumi and Zaid, they don't get a fleshed out side mission or a main story mission involvement. They only have, like, really quick side cameos and side missions. But either way, we see everybody in a new mission. But Jacob, again, we don't see him until we get that side mission of his where we protect ex-Cerberus scientist. Oh, and another character that's there is Gavin Archer, the evil scientist per se, from the Overlord DLC, and who's kind of trying to right his wrongs.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Talk to Morden.
Collectors destroyed, base in ruins. Extremely impressive. Elusive man will be displeased. Fortunately, not human myself. Not my problem.
Always kind of straightforward to the point with Morden, irregardless of people's feelings or sentiments. But I love Morden, and so kind of building off of what I mentioned, at the bottom you kind of have Zaid and Kasumi, who only get quick cameos in Citadel side mission, in a Citadel side mission. Then above them you get Jack, Samara, Jacob, and Grunt, who get their own fully fleshed out optional side missions. Above them you get Miranda and Thane, who are involved, well, I guess you could say Miranda, Thane, and Legion, who don't get their own side missions, but they play a small part in main story missions or main story events, right? Then you'd probably put like Tally and Morden at the top, because they get entire arcs centered around their characters that are, and they are caught in the middle of it. Morden plays a huge part in curing the genophage, which is a huge plot point in Mass Effect 3. And like I've mentioned several times, Tally plays a part in bringing forth Quarian and Geth peace, hopefully, in Mass Effect 3. And then kind of, I guess, like in his own section is Garrus. He doesn't really get a side mission or a main story mission. He's kind of involved. I guess you could throw him in the same tier as Miranda and Thane, because you do see him on the Palaven mission, but he's kind of just an ever-present figure throughout. So he's kind of in his own tier, Garrus. But that accounts for everybody, I believe. So
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
So not everybody gets equal treatment in Mass Effect 3, but nevertheless, everybody at least is involved, and we do see them.
You came for us. I knew you would. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you.
Can you feed my fish now, after I saved your life?
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm holding up. Just can't get the memories out of my head. Trapped. Suffocating.
Oh, she's going full on
It's oozing
Thane.
into every pore. Faint sobs echoing the confined space. But I can't dwell on it. I'm okay now. I'm alive. Back to the old Kelly.
So if I remember correctly, when you meet her on Mass Effect 3, you just run into her on the Citadel refugee camp, and she is still messed up. It's been something was plaguing her. Like, she felt like super guilty about something regarding you. I can't remember what exactly it was off the top of my head, and it's been eating away at her on top of her already frail mental state. And if you're a renegade, you can get all angry and pissed off at her and tell her that you never want to see her again and stuff. And later you get like an email or something, or some sort of data entry where you learn that she kind of killed herself because of that. So but we are not going to do that, despite her refusing to feed our fish. We're going to meet up with her at the refugee camp and kind of comfort her and make sure she's all right, and tell her that she can help the war effort in any capacity that she sees fit for herself. So we'll see her on the Citadel.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Oh, got even more Paragon. All right, last but not least, we will talk to our old pal Joker.
Yeah, Commander really pulled through.
That's right, we did. Me and everybody here.
Hey, Shepard, glad that Collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right? It's never over.
Yeah, about that, Joker. We are quite literally just getting started. So Joker, of course, he's with us from the very beginning. We meet up with him in the tutorial level once we get back to Normandy in the very beginning of Mass Effect 3. And EDI, of course, is going to be there as well. And obviously, the famous thing about EDI is that she does get a sexy robot body in Mass Effect 3. It happens pretty early on, too. Can't remember if it happened. I think it happens after the Palaven, which is an early level, again, where we meet up with Garrus. So that happens quite early on. So we'll see EDI and Joker very soon.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
But yeah, I've kind of laid the bricks for our Mass Effect 3 playthrough. I'm so excited. It's my favorite game of all time. It's not the best game of all time. I'll be the first to admit it does have its flaws, but nevertheless, it is my favorite game of all time, and
Commander,
it's the only reason why I'm willing to play through 60 to 70 hours of Mass Effect 1 and 2 just to get to it. Not that Mass Effect 1 and 2 are a chore, but you know what I mean. I don't like jumping right into Mass Effect 3. When I decide to replay Mass Effect, I always play from the beginning of Mass Effect 1. So I cannot wait to get to Mass Effect 3. But here's from the Elusive Man. Received word of the attack. This feels like a direct insult from the Collector. What is this? Oh, we never read the email he sent us after our crew got kidnapped. Whoops, because Kelly wasn't there to remind us to check our messages. But screw you, Elusive Man. No one likes you. I can't wait to kill you. Well, I can't wait to make you kill yourself, hopefully, in Mass Effect 3. Hopefully we play those cards right. All right. That took 30 minutes. A little less than that, actually. So that leaves us a little over an hour to do the Arrival DLC. I honestly think this is going to be a long one, guys. It's going to be a long one. Let's go ahead and pop this save and hop into the galaxy map and start our final mission. It feels really bittersweet. I love Mass Effect 2. Absolutely love it. But all good things come to an end. I don't remember where to go. Probably should have checked that in the journal. Let's see here. I love seeing all that gray in the main story mission tab, but assignments, we have one left. Arrival. Admiral Hackett asks Shepard to infiltrate a Batarian outpost and rescue Dr. Amanda Kenson. Kenson is a deep cover operative and scientist. She's a little bit further along in age, just like Hackett, but can still get a job done. And she claims to have proof of an imminent Reaper invasion. And it is true. There is an imminent Reaper invasion, but not everything is as it seems with Kenson. So travel to the Batarian outpost on Eratot in the Bahak system, Viper Nebula, to break Kenson out of Batarian prison. Okay. And when we first got assigned this mission many sessions ago, Hackett explained to us that it's a very sensitive matter and he only trusts us to go alone. So we will be going in alone without any of our loving squad members, which is why I kind of took that time for each squad member to kind of say goodbye and explain how we're going to meet up with them in Mass Effect 3. So, Viper Nebula, Bahak system, Eratot. Okay, here we go. Not sure where the Viper Nebula is. We'll have to look for it. It's not labeled. I want to say it's in this top right area. Nope, I was wrong. Come on, Viper Nebula. Wait, was that it? Yeah, it was Titan Nebula. Close. Eagle. Ismar. There it is. What the heck? It was labeled. Come on, man. I was completely wrong. Way off. Oh well. We've made our way over. We could scan these planets, but come on, that's old news. We've been done with planet scanning for a long time now. Wait, actually, that reminds me. Sorry. Scatterbrained, you know this. You all know this. I want to check if we got any like upgrades by any chance. No. Okay. No upgrades. We're completely, fully upgraded. Ready to beat the game once and for all. Alright, let's head back in. You know, I'm actually gonna overwrite my save here. Just in case, now that we're already here. Okay. Aratot. I believe this is a full-on Batarian colony planet. Yeah, 90,000 free people and 215,000 other. Not sure what that means. Yeah, it's a Batarian territory planet, so. And they don't like humans. Of all the species, Batarians hate humans the most. So, gotta stay undercover here. Oh, wait. You know what I'm gonna do for immersion purposes? I'm gonna reload an old save. I'm gonna reload an old save. I'm being so extra right now, and maybe I'm just milking every second I have left with Mass Effect 2. But I'm going to reload the save I just did and do something that I've never done before, really. But I think it'll be cool. I guess not super cool. Like, now that we're in the Arrival DLC, I don't really care too much about immersion. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my outfit to something different. I don't know, maybe I'm really dorky, but I'm like actually excited to do this. It's such a small thing though, it really doesn't matter. But I'm gonna change the way we look because we are going on our very first solo mission in Mass Effect 2. No, it's not our very first one. We've done like some side missions without squad mates, but our first big mission by ourselves. So I wanna have like a full-on covering. So do I want to do this where we get health by 5%, or this weapon damage by 5%? Recon hood. I might do N7 breather helmet. I was gonna do this, but I just really don't like being able to see our face at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this helmet, fully covered. Yeah, and I'll stick with this setup here that we have. And then material, I don't think we really need to change that at all. This is more of like a matte, you know, less glossy finish. When we go, let's go with that. Tint. Yep, let's go back to our full-on black. Yep. And this is another tint we can change. Is there black? I think we were already on black. Yeah, okay, this is the darkest we can go with that. Pattern. Do we do this? And then maybe like change the color? I want like a black kind of, but I don't think we have. I don't think you can do black. Man, I wish there was like a full-on black we could have done, but I think this gray is all we have. Yeah, this gray is all we have. So let's go ahead and go with the gray. Basically, I wanted to make my outfit like more dark, you know, and like more stealthy and stuff. So I think I like that. Yeah, let's just stick with. We won't do like the camo or anything like that. Stick with this. Cool. Okay, full-on black solo mission. Do I want to do this helmet? Nah, I don't like that. Let's stick with our N7 armor here. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, I just wanted to do that real quick. Just have a little bit of fun with it. Milk every second I have of Mass Effect 2. I'll go ahead and overwrite my save again just because we have this new setup here. Because again, once we beat this level, I'm not going to be playing Mass Effect 2 this session. Well, this playthrough again. So. Okay. Hit the save. Head on in. The Batarian hegemony considers any presence of Alliance military vessels in Batarian space as hostile. so they'll shoot us on sight. The Normandy SR-2, while an independent vessel, strongly resembles the SR-1, a very famous Alliance ship. Use of stealth systems is highly recommended. So yeah, see, we gotta be stealthy, you know? Gotta switch to that black outfit. Okay, still no points. When's our next level up? I don't know. Only level 30 Vanguard. I'm not sure if that scaling is good for Mass Effect 2 terms, but yeah, we'll stick with our trusty lineup, but I am going to be switching back. I'm trying to think, like, what enemies do we fight? I think we literally only fight Batarians. There's some Loki mechs as well. Should we use something fun that we've never used before? Maybe I should have got one of the heavy weapons, but it's too late now. Let's just switch back to our trusty arc projector. Our most versatile heavy weapon. Okay. Starting it for real. Got all of that pomp and circumstances out of the way. Fully black, solo Shepard. Here we go. Stick with our pistol here. I've only done this, like, I think 3 times all the way through, so I'm a bit rusty, but you know, I kind of generally know where to go and what to do. Oh, we don't even need those. Yeah, power's cut. Gotta go down here.
They've seen us. Must send their prisoners down here to die. I have to find Dr. Kenson now.
So this first section is obviously just getting Kenson out of prison, but it slowly changes from that point on once we get off this Batarian planet.
Even for a prison.
Bit of a maze aspect to this. It's not like a full-on maze, I would say, but it is kind of tricky, and you don't want to get lost.
Get your hands off me!
So Kenson's right in there, but we have to like find a way through. That should do it. No? Yeah, down there is where we came from. See, we cut these lasers for a reason, right? But we can't even, like, go through here. So I have no idea what that was even for. But I'm already lost. I don't know what to do. Probably like super obvious. Yeah, we can't go through there yet. I shot the thing. I remember having to do that. That's just where we came from. Oh, I forgot to hit this. Duh. And this lets us go through here. Yeah, I was being dumb. I thought this was like a side way, but I'm actually gonna go back this way. I want to get in there. You probably have to hit the right combination of valves. Here we go. Nobody home.
I hear humans are scurrying like vermin out in the asteroid belt. Is anywhere safe from them? We should arm a mission to flush them all out.
Cute little side room here. This is the way to progress, so... Yeah, those lasers I guess you can never get through. You have to go in a back way. Chronologically... Oh, Renji's in the chat. Chronologically, when does this mission take place? Chronologically after the main story. After the suicide mission. So, it was released post-game, and it was meant to take place post-game, unlike the other DLCs. Like, some of the other DLCs for Mass Effect 2 were released post-game, but were meant to take place during. But this is in between Mass Effect 2 and 3, because Mass Effect 3 starts off with the consequences of this DLC. If you remember, I know you've played Mass Effect 3, so in the beginning of Mass Effect 3, you're actually... by the way, you can kind of stealthily walk through this, but we're not doing that. We're Vanguard. Come on. But at the beginning of Mass Effect 3, you're like, you know, not under house arrest, but, you know, you're not on the Normandy or anything. You've been living the past few months just at an Alliance base on planet Earth, right? This guy's glitched. Put him out of his misery. But the reason that you're there is because of the results of what happened in this DLC. And if you don't do this DLC, then the reason you're there is because, and not in charge of the Normandy anymore, is because they just say, oh, you were working for a terrorist organization in Cerberus, so you can't be fully trusted. But you did save the galaxy a couple times, so we're not going to just put you in jail. You know what I mean? But the real reason, or the way that it's meant to be, is that it's because of what you do end up doing here. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played this DLC before, but you do something at the end of this DLC that is very controversial, and you can't help it. And that's why at the beginning of Mass Effect 3, you're kind of grounded. So, and again, I know I just said it, but just to be, I feel like I haven't been talking super clear. At the end of at the beginning of Mass Effect 3, if you did not do the Arrival DLC, then the reason you're grounded by the Alliance is because you worked with Cerberus. That's what they say, at least. So really, it's because you worked for Cerberus and you did what you end up doing in this DLC.
An example to the others. We can't respond kindly to terrorists.
What the? How's it go? Jeez, he's getting thrown around everywhere. Oh, there's still somebody here. But Renji, I don't know when you started watching this session, but this is the Arrival DLC. I'm actually not sure. I don't think you've done this one before. But Admiral Hackett contacted us and has asked us to rescue one of his old military friends. Oh, I hate this part. One of his old military friends who got captured by Batarians in Batarian space while on an undercover mission. So it's our job to rescue her from the Batarians. And it turns out that this is much greater than just a simple rescue mission, because the Dr. Kenson, Hackett's friend who we're rescuing, she has actually... I don't think I have the code for that. We don't need it. But this is like a little puzzle here. I hate this part. But yeah, it turns out Dr. Kenson was out in Batarian space because she was researching a potential Reaper threat. Yeah, she had word or intel about a Reaper invasion, imminent Reaper invasion, and again, since this chronologically takes place after the suicide mission, I actually think we're done here. This takes place after you beat the Reapers for a second time. Turns out this Arrival DLC centers around the Reaper's first attempt to enter the Milky Way galaxy to start the invasion. So it's actually a really big deal. That's why it's called Arrival, because you're trying to thwart the arrival of the Reapers for the first time. And we of course do end up doing that successfully. So, but that's why Kenson was out here and why she needs to be rescued. Wait, hold on. Do I need to be standing on it? No, I can't be standing on it. I guess that works. Jeez. But yeah, that's the basic gist of this Arrival DLC. I know we're in different time zones, so you weren't up early enough to catch my suicide mission, but we did a perfect run. So everyone survived, had lots of fun with it, went by pretty easily. I died once, but that was just my fault. but yeah, did pretty good. So Mass Effect 3 is on the horizon. Here is Kenson. Is this a doorway? Yeah, it's a doorway. Not a chance. Okay, I'm gonna hit that button. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit it right now because we go ahead and do it right away.
You're wasting time. The Reapers are coming.
Just a little bit of context there.
Every moment you keep me here brings them closer.
So why should I let you go destroy the relay then? Just destroy the system.
Do what you want to me, Batarian. Torturing me won't save
Yeah,
you.
so her project turns out that they were, you know, trying to stop a Reaper invasion by destroying this Batarian relay, which has never happened yet in Mass Effect up until this point. Destroying a relay causes like a supernova.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Dr. Kenson? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I'd heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
I'm fine. Just give me a moment.
We have to go. Now.
If we can find a console, I can hack security. Make us an escape path.
Then we'll find one. Go.
Ready.
Alright, she means business. Oh wait, we can't, what? I could have swore we were able to upgrade her. Huh. I'm gonna check that later on, maybe once we get her out of here. Because I could have swore you were able to upgrade her. But, oh well.
This is a cell block. There should be a security console here somewhere.
Let's switch it up to our Locust here now that we're not hidden at all or stealthy.
Gotcha.
Man, that's really disappointing. I really wanted to upgrade another squad member. Oh well. I guess I just remembered that wrong. Because in every other scenario where you're handed a new squad member mid-mission, you can always upgrade them. I mean, we've already seen that in this playthrough with the Shadowbroker DLC. Like, once you get Liara and you're fighting alongside her, you can fully upgrade her, even though she's only in that DLC. I thought that was the same case for Kenson here.
It's too hot in here. Take out
Oh wait, we can't, we have to kill everybody first. Getting ahead of myself. Now we can do it.
They know we're here.
This is a classic video game scenario. Protect your teammate while they beep beep boop on some sort of console or something. Wave defense, if you will. Pretty sure you can kill them as they come up the elevator. Or not. I think I'm still getting ahead of myself here. Like I said, I've only done this, like out of all the DLCs, this is the one I've done the least amount of times. Okay, I might be in trouble here. They deserve this.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Over here. Duh. Pay attention. These Batarians don't know what hit them.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out.
Go. Alright,
They're
got him.
coming up from below.
Now we should be able to shoot them.
Other side, go.
That's Vanguard play. Always playing on the brink of health. Oh, jeez.
Bringing down their orbital tracking network.
Don't think I should be doing anything right now.
Watch the other side. More enemies on the elevators. There's an elevator that leads up to the hangar. I'll bring it down to us. Almost done.
Aim was a little suspect there. Should be it.
That did it. Let's move.
Alright. Almost out of here.
Oh, one last thing. The hangar doors are hard locked. We'll have to get those open the old-fashioned way. Leave that to me. Incoming!
Can't quite see it. Caught out of cover. That was a close one. Oh, geez, there's a lot of them. Kenson, help me. All right, let's pop this. I'm not taking any chances. Should be able to get out now. Alright, first section of the DLC done. We have successfully gotten Kenson out of prison. She's going to elaborate on the greater context of this DLC as we fly back to her base.
Engaging autopilot. We should be well out of range before they get their security measures unscrambled.
Do you think they'll come after you?
I'm not taking any chances. Batarians don't take kindly to humans who plan to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against
Could have
you are
ended the
true.
sentence
Well,
that
to be fair,
Batarians
that's
don't
about
take
half the
kindly to
story.
humans, period.
My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology out in the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof that the Reapers will be arriving in this system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay to travel throughout the galaxy. We call it the Alpha Relay. From here, the Reapers can invade anywhere in the galaxy.
So you decided to destroy it.
Exactly.
Kind of like what the
Doing
Citadel
that
was
stopped
supposed
the
to be
Reapers'
before
invasion.
we messed
Even
up
at
that
FTL
plan in Mass
speeds,
Effect
it'd
1.
be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe out the system.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy. The energy released from a relay's destruction would probably resemble a supernova. This is a remote system, but just over 300,000 Batarians live on the colony where they held us. The explosion would undoubtedly kill them all.
Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge.
How did you plan to launch an asteroid into a mass relay?
Moving an asteroid just requires thrust and guidance, which are readily available in Omega's salvage yards. Get the right amount of power and a good VI to drive it, and you can pretty much just point and shoot.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too, but I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed. And, well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling starship parts from Omega. Thrusters, guidance, and aftermarket ESO core. The Batarians thought that looked suspicious. A few days ago, I took a few of the men on a scouting trip, and the Batarians pounced on us. They never found our actual base.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
The evidence came from what we call Object Rho, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself.
As we've learned,
When we get back to Arcturus
organics
Station,
are always
I'll
way
explain
too
everything
careless
and provide
around
copies of
Reaper
all our
tech
notes
and
on the
Reaper
artifact.
artifacts. It almost always results in them getting indoctrinated in some capacity.
What's a Reaper artifact
Hint,
doing on an
hint.
asteroid?
Nudge,
We
nudge.
don't know, or even what its purpose is. Some things are just too old or large to comprehend. Even a Reaper thousands of years dead contains power. Their artifacts are worthy of study, regardless of their purpose.
I mean, we've seen it happen on the derelict Reaper with the Cerberus crew that was sent there. You know, even Ranathanoptis on Vermeer, who was miles away from Sovereign, was still getting headaches and stuff. You know, you just can't mess with Reaper tech.
If you're working near a Reaper artifact, how have you avoided indoctrination?
We've been very careful. We know what we're dealing with. You're not speaking to a child, Shepard. I saw what Sovereign did at the Citadel. Trust me, I know what's at stake.
How exactly does a Reaper artifact give you proof of an impending invasion?
It showed me visions of the Reaper's arrival.
Come on, it's like
Much
touched
like
her
the Parthian
mind,
beacon, I
you know?
imagine. The Reapers
That's
are
just...
coming, Commander. That
They
much
made
I
contact
know
with
for
your
certain.
consciousness. You're done. You're done.
The
You're
stakes are
Saren
too
now.
high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project Base.
Good to hear your voice, Doctor. You coming home?
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me.
Shepard? Really?
Tidy up the lab.
The guy's
Commander
like,
needs to confirm
shit.
the artifact.
Shepard.
Right. I'll get everything set up for your arrival. Project Base out.
All set. Just sit back.
Kenson's
and
like, I have Commander Shepard with me. Shepard, you know, savior of the galaxy, true enemy of the Reapers. So get ready. And the guy's like, okay. At least they respect us and don't underestimate us. And in ambient conversations, as you fight a bunch of people, the comments they say about you kind of gas you up a little bit, you know, kind of lays that context of, you know, Shepard, to the ordinary person or ordinary soldier, really is just in a league of her own, you know, is very, very much revered by anybody.
Here we are. Welcome to Project Base.
Equally, like, it's easy to know that she's loved, but it's easy to forget that she's as feared as she is loved, you know.
Puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
How do you know that's an accurate countdown?
It is. The artifact has been giving off pulses at definite intervals since we found it. The intervals have been decreasing at a steady rate. The artifact is reacting to the Reaper's proximity. In just over 48 hours, the pulses will become constant, and the Reapers will be here.
So, well, I'll go ahead and comment on that later.
You're saying the Reapers could be at Earth in 2 days? There's no time to waste.
Then let's show you that proof. That door exits the hangar. The artifact is in our central lab area.
So, someone on YouTube actually stayed here and let it count down. So they left their PC or whatever on for 2 days straight to let this run out. And I'm pretty sure it ended in a mission failure. Like, if it ends, like, you lose and you just restart at the checkpoint from like right here. So it's not worth it, but I appreciate that guy's diligence and dedication to the Mass Effect fandom in answering that question. What happens if you let the arrival countdown timer run all the way down before finishing it? So we can change our loadout here, but we're already set up with what we need.
Go through the door at the end of that corridor to your left.
So all these people, you don't know it, but they're all enemies. They're all indoctrinated by the Reapers right now. And Kenson, she's an old friend of Hackett. She did used to be a good guy. And these people all used to be good people, but they are now taken over by the Reapers. They are no longer trying to prevent the Reaper invasion. They are trying to allow it to happen at this point. But again, you're not supposed to know that.
So what would it take to get the project back up and running?
Everything was in place when we were arrested. It wasn't a question of could we, but should we?
Well, I watched someone play through.
The Reapers will reach this system regardless, but the Alpha Relay is their shortcut to the rest of the galaxy. If you want to keep the Reapers at bay, this relay must be destroyed.
So I watched someone play through this, and they came to the conclusion that Kenson and her team were always on the Reaper side. That's just not the case. They definitely were trying to help, but they were too careless, and they're going to pay the price for it, because we're about to mow our way through everybody in this station, and everyone left. Anyone that we don't mow through is going to get blown up. So I feel bad, but in the end, like, you got to do what you got to do. Shepard doesn't typically like resulting to such extreme measures, but we do what we need to do to save the galaxy.
We have to get the project running again. It's probably the only chance we have.
One sec. Let me get the door. Commander Shepard, I give you Object Row.
You have the Reaper artifact just sitting here? Out in the open?
When we found it, it showed me a vision of the Reaper's arrival.
Kenson, this is not good.
Give it a moment, Shepard. It'll give you the proof you need. I can't let you start the project, Shepard. I can't let you stop the arrival.
So that's the big twist, and now our only mission is, well, not our only mission. Not only do we need to stop the Reaper invasion, but we need to break out of this freaking prison. This part is very interesting. So I'm gonna die right away. I'm just gonna stand out in the open. It's one of those missions where it's unwinnable. like it advances once you die. So some people for fun, when they know that already and they play through it, they try to survive just as long as possible. But there's no point in wasting ammo and time.
Take her to the med bay and patch her up.
Like if you want to get through it quick, you just die right away, and it'll advance the story. So at this point, the twists are kind of over, and like the trickiness is over. Like, you know, with dying in that unwinnable scenario. So well, actually, sorry, I forgot about this section here. We had to break out of jail, but once we break out of jail, then we it becomes just a normal Mass Effect 2 fight scenario.
No glitch. The sedatives aren't working.
Dude, look how scared she is. And rightfully so, dude. We're freaking Shepard. Don't look so cocky just yet.
Step away from the terminal.
Oh, you mean this one? This one?
Security, I need backup in the med bay.
Ready.
So you have very limited control. You obviously don't have any abilities, and you can't take cover. So you just gotta keep shooting. You can't even sprint. This is as fast as I can go.
Shepard's escaped. All available personnel to the medical wing. Do not let her activate the project.
Just listen to their comments, dude. Like, they have a nuke loose in their facility now. That nuke being a certain Commander Shepard.
It seemed like Shepard was waking up a moment ago, but it could be a glitch in the system.
No glitch. The sedatives aren't working.
Yeah, we'll stick with our setup. Back in action. Time to give it to these guys.
Have to get this asteroid moving and get the hell out of here.
So if you remember, it was like 2 days and 3 hours when we arrived here, and now it is 1 day and 56. So we were knocked out for almost 10 hours there. Before advancing, I'm gonna equip all of my weapons with our incendiary ammo. Switch back to the Locust. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hacking. Haven't done this in a while.
Shepard's past them. All personnel, get in there. Secure the project control room. Do not let Shepard in there.
Initiating maximum security protocol.
Shepard's in the living quarters. Seal all project control.
Stop Shepard, now!
Did he go? There he is. Jeez. There's some resources you can pick up here and there, but since this is the last mission we're doing, we really don't need any more. So, yeah, I probably should just keep it running, keep it moving. Time is of the essence.
Shepard is tearing us apart.
Regroup.
Get in
Oh, okay. The flamethrowers are actually really tricky. Shot that guy in the butthole. I started reloading way too soon on that one.
Kenson's acting strange lately. Like she doesn't care about the project anymore.
Yeah, see, that's just a little hint about how, like always, their indoctrination was gradual. Man, I hate it when it does that. Just gonna pop this barrier. Ouch. Hit me with that incinerate. My favorite tech ability.
You won't get through here, Shepard.
Oh, re-up the shields. How did that not hit? Every enemy like drops ammo, so we have not come close to running out of locust ammo.
The longer we're here, the more I'm convinced that the project must be stopped. We simply don't know enough about what the Reapers want.
You're an idiot, Kenson, and you're gonna pay the price for it.
It's foolish to assume that the Reapers mean doom for the galaxy. Legends say they've come through before, and yet life continues, don't they?
Shepard's heading for Project Control. Get in there, now.
I don't even know if that helps, moving out of the way. Oh god! No, thank you. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. I didn't realize I can't take full cover behind that wall. That would have been a dumb way to die. See, they're easy until you get caught out in the open with no shields, and then they just shred your health. And we have like fully upgraded health as well. So that just goes to show just how dangerous they are still. You can't underestimate them. What? Where's that way to go? Conveniently, that landed us right here, which is where we need to go.
Welcome to Project Control.
I want to activate the project.
Warning. Activating the project will result in an estimated 305,000 casualties. Do you wish to continue?
You have to, Shep. You gotta do it. Sacrifice the few to save the many. That whole sacrificing the few to save the many is literally her last resort in any situation, but there's no time to work with here. There's no other option. So I forget what happens if you do either one, like how there's there should be a positive and negative with each choice, right? I think if you call the Normandy for pickup, then you can leave sooner. You have like less enemies to fight. And if you, but you get like full on renegade, right? But Paragon, you can warn the Batarian colonies to, you know, save some of them and get Paragon points. But you have more enemies to fight through.
Alert! All colonists living in the Bahak system.
Oh, it fails. It fails.
Shepard, no! Do you have any idea what you've done? You leave me no choice.
Yeah, I think I put too much thought in that.
It must be destroyed.
Tell me where to find Dr. Amanda Kenson.
Dr. Kenson is traveling to the reactor.
She's like, screw the message. Tell me where to find this lady.
Esocore meltdown should do it. Because of you, everyone on this rock will be obliterated.
Not if I get to you first.
Oh, we still got the Paragon for attention. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember there being any dialogue of, you know, thanks to your warning, you were at least able to save a few, you know. I don't recall that ever happening, so. Still got some 5 Paragon. Again, our Paragon bar, it's now it's like starts here, right? And it's like wrapping above our heads and touching our other shoulder now. That's how much Paragon we have.
Don't try to stop me, Shepard. I have to do this.
I've already activated the project. We can still escape this rock.
There is no escape. There's no redemption for what you've done. I will die, never having seen the Reaper's blessings, and you will just die.
Damn it, Kenson!
That's what I say. God damn it, Kenson. She said it more like frustrated, like, dang it, Kenson, you're making this so difficult. I'm trying to save people. For me, it's just like, God damn it, Kenson, you're an idiot. You're like Jacob levels of dumb right now. Okay, maybe not that dumb. No, wait a minute. I take it back. Don't hate me, don't hate me, don't hate me. Okay, in my defense, Jacob has said some stupid stuff. Like, over the course of Mass Effect 2. Like, as soon as you get the IFF, he's like, we're ready. Why wait? It's just like, we're not ready. You fool. We haven't done all the loyalty missions. You know? Or like on the suicide mission. When it's a tech specialist, he knows he's a biotic. He knows he has no tech capabilities. But he says, looks like a suicide mission. I volunteer. It's like, Jacob, no! You're being so dumb again. God, and that's just 2 examples. He's had some other comments. That's just like, what? No. I think with like, he's also like, can't trust inactive Geth on the Normandy. We should space it. It's just like, no, it's Legion. You're an idiot.
Safety. Protocols disengaged. Core temperature rising.
Okay, so I don't have Incendiary equipped, but it says I do. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I didn't have the glowy red hologram around my gun. Oh, Jesus! Shields completely got melted there. Dang, I try to get the curve, but I aim too far off the target. It always misses. Is that all of them? No, it's all of them. He was struggling. Sir? Okay, thank you.
How do I stabilize the reactor core?
All automatic safety protocols have been overridden. To stabilize the reactor core, manually insert cooling rod A from this control station.
And then cooling rod B.
Insert cooling rod B from control station B. Doing so will stabilize the reactor core. Cooling rod A reinserted. Reactor cooling process has begun.
So Kenson's trying to blow up the whole freaking asteroid so it can't hit the relay. You obviously don't want to die and can't let that happen or else the Reapers are gonna come. Trying to cause the reactor meltdown. Pretty typical sci-fi scenario. Trying to cool down the reactor before there's a reactor meltdown.
Plasma venting aborted.
There's a part where here where like I fight through a back room or something. I always have trouble on that because they send out a bunch of flamethrowers. I think it's after I... Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think it's this part here. It's like the opposite direction of where I expected it to come from, though. I see. Yeah, it's not here yet. We're still... Yeah, we gotta fight through this back area that I mentioned.
Shepard is in the maintenance area. Go!
Maintenance area. My mistake. Guy just fell through the map. Come on, don't be shy. Come closer. Making sure that guy's like not alive still. That's a very Mass Effect 1 scenario where an enemy clips through like the geometry and is still alive, so you can't advance until you kill it. But you can't kill it because they're through the geometry and your bullets won't touch it. It's happened to me a few times.
This is Williams. I've got Shepard locked in the maintenance area. Requesting backup.
Locked in, you say?
Security log overridden.
Jeez! Yeah, sorry about your friend. Sorry about myself! That was close. That was close. Again, see, I got locked in that burning animation from the dude's flamethrower exploding. And then, like, while I was, like, stumbling around, the guy was there just, like, capping me. I never mashed triangle so hard this entire playthrough. And that's saying something, because charge has saved me time and time again. Switch to my claymore. Actually, this is a little too close for comfort here. Oh my goodness. The flamethrower. Shit. That was dope! Did you see what I did there? I didn't, it's completely unintentional. But the guy burned me, right? And I shot his little flamethrower thing. And when you do that, it's a quick way to kill them because they start freaking out and then they explode. But I shot it to trigger that sequence, and then before he exploded, I charged him, which launched him in to the other enemies. And then he exploded. That was dope as hell. Oh wow, what was that? I follow up that amazing play with like a complete whiff? Come on, man. Yeah, they're scared now. They keep backing up here. This is back to the Locust. No, you. Hack our way through this door. Okay, we made it. I think, yep. Anything to grab here? Okay. Alright, here we go. This is not the end, though. It's the end for Kenson, but we still have one last section to fight through after we deal with Kenson.
You've done nothing, Shepard. I can still override power to the engines. Try to stop me.
Careful what you wish for, lady. Oh, Stoat's in the chat.
Step away.
Not enough close combat, get good.
Ruined everything. I can't hear
What's up, Stoat?
Turn around now.
This is the Arrival DLC.
I will never see the Reapers.
Chronologically takes place in between Mass Effect 2 and 3.
All you had to do was stay asleep.
Freaking shooting you. Screw that. I don't care. That happens either way, even if you don't do the Renegade Interrupt.
Warning, collision imminent.
But, you know, we had about, like, an hour 45 minutes left before the, the collision, but, we just got knocked out. And we are, running out of time here.
Joker, this is Shepard. I need a pickup now.
Communication system damaged.
Damn it.
Evacuation protocols in effect. All personnel report to escape shuttles.
Where can I find an escape shuttle?
Take the lift from this room to the external access. From there, proceed to the communications tower. The remaining escape shuttles.
Yeah, there's half an hour left.
I have to get to that comm tower and take a shuttle. It's my only chance.
Stoat says might as well shoot a bitch before an explosion. Yeah, like if it's gonna result in me getting knocked out anyway, I'm taking the shot. She's far past saving. Okay, whoop, going the wrong way. What the? Oh wait, comm tower, that's right. Looks like there's too many doors open. But this is the last section of this DLC. Oh, they could have just plopped us outside. We literally just had to walk through some doors there. That's alright. That's alright. Okay, last section. Got some guards here. Gonna have a Loki mech as well. I'd love to get through, but that's what we have the arc projector for. Got my rhythm going here. Gonna pop this. Taking lots of fire. There's the Loki mech. Go ahead and start shooting at it. Ouch. We literally don't need any heavy weapon ammo after this point, so I'm just gonna keep pumping it up with arc projector shots. Alright, that's it. We did it. We have beaten Mass Effect 2, my guys. Mass Effect 2 is done and dusted. Feels really crazy. We're gonna get like one last little cutscene here. Like, it's so cool though. Like, we're on the asteroid heading towards the relay, right? So, like, so dope. But let's go and get out of here.
External comm channel open. Shepard to Normandy. Joker, do you read me?
Okay, and here's Harbinger. Like, the Harbinger, leader of the Reapers. The one who assumes direct control. That one.
You fight against inevitability, dust struggling against cosmic winds. This seems a victory to you, a star system sacrificed. But even now, your greatest civilizations are doomed to fall. Your leaders will beg to serve us.
So this is the second time we converse directly with a Reaper. The first time being the iconic scene on Vermeer with Sovereign. And Harbinger is the leader of the Reapers. Many speculate the first. And if you did this mission before the suicide mission, then you'd actually be speaking to the Collector version of Harbinger. But since we destroyed the Collectors in the Collector base already, we are now speaking with Harbinger in his true form here.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we can't win this. But we'll fight you regardless. Just like we did Sovereign. Just like I'm doing now. However insignificant we might be, we will fight, we will sacrifice, and we will find a way. That's what humans do.
I mean, humans 3, Reapers no, right?
Die in vain. Your time
beat
will
Sovereign,
come. Your species
beat
will
your
fall.
Collectors, and now
Prepare
beat your
yourselves for the
arrival plan. So, I don't know. A lot of empty chat.
Commander Shepard, Normandy inbound for pickup.
Roger that.
Yeah, this DLC is great still. You were saying that the shot was cool with the relay in the distance there, but really cool DLC, really like it. I think I still like Overlord and Shadowbroker more, but in terms of its significance to the overarching narrative of the trilogy, you can't beat the Arrival DLC. Because this has huge impact on the beginning of Mass Effect 3, so. You also encounter several Batarians who are affected by it as well. So. That's just so cool. Like, where do you get to see that happen? Look at that! Insane. But no matter how beautiful the destruction is, all the Batarian civilians, man. And that is why, at the beginning of Mass Effect 3, we are grounded. We had to sacrifice a huge population just to save the galaxy, temporarily. We really only delayed the Reapers, if you really think about it. But if they came through at that moment, we would not be ready at all. And here we see Hackett in person for the first time in the entire trilogy. He's already wearing his Mass Effect 3 garb, which is kind of cool.
Huh. Looks like you've recovered.
Admiral Hackett.
Sounds like you went through hell down there. How are you feeling?
Fine. No more visions, if that's what you mean. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
You went out there as a favor to me. I decided to debrief you in person. That was before the mass relay exploded and destroyed an entire Batarian system. What the hell happened out there, Commander?
I confirmed Dr. Kenson's proof. The Reapers were coming.
and destroying that relay was the only way to stop them. Kenson sedated me for almost 2 days. I started the engines with little more than an hour left. I tried to warn the Batarian colony, but time ran out.
The Batarians report no survivors from Aratat. At least you
No
tried.
survivors.
And you believe the Reaper invasion really was a threat?
No doubt about it. We literally had minutes to spare.
I'm sure all the details are in your report. I won't lie to you, Shepard. The Batarians will want blood, and there's just enough evidence for a witch hunt. And we don't want war with the Batarians. Not with the Reapers at the galaxy's edge.
What are you saying?
You did what you did for the best of reasons, but there were more than 300,000 Batarians in that system. All dead.
They died to save trillions of lives. If I could have saved them, you bet your ass I would have.
You're preaching to the choir, Commander. If it were up to me, I'd give you a damn medal. Unfortunately, not everyone will see it that way.
So what do you suggest?
Evidence against you is shoddy at best. But at some point, you'll have to go to Earth and face the music. I can't stop it, but I can and will make them fight for it.
Is the Alliance concerned about the Batarians' response to this incident?
Very. The Batarians have been looking for an excuse to wage war on us since we showed up in the
Facts.
galaxy. If the Reapers invade, we need the galaxy to work together. If we're at war with the Batarians, the other races will be hesitant to give aid to either side.
I didn't expect to see you aboard a Cerberus vessel.
I don't like Cerberus or the way they do things. But they brought you back to life, and they're actually doing something about the state of the galaxy. Besides, I'm not so sure this is a Cerberus ship anymore. Right?
That's right.
Is the Alliance prepared for a Reaper invasion?
That's hard to say. It took multiple fleets and the Destiny Ascension to bring Sovereign down, and that was just one Reaper.
Just one, and we got a whole army coming in Mass Effect 3.
We're just not ready.
That's right. We really aren't.
I'll gladly stand trial once this mission is done.
Glad to see working with Cerberus hasn't stripped away your sense of honor. Do whatever you have to do out here. But when Earth calls, you make sure you're there with your dress blues on, ready to take the hit. In the meantime, you keep this. I don't need to see a report to know you did the right thing.
Hackett, always a bro.
Yes, sir.
You've done a hell of a thing, Commander.
Alright, guys. That is it. That is it for Mass Effect 2. Did the suicide mission last session and the Arrival DLC this session. I said a lot of my closing thoughts in the previous session, but you know, just what a game. My general thoughts, like I shared previously, was that this generally, it just felt like a playthrough of the original version of Mass Effect 2. And that's namely because in Mass Effect 1, you had graphical improvements, you had combat mechanic improvements, and the HUD was different as well. Everything looked different and felt different, you know? But Mass Effect 2, there wasn't much room for improvement. Any changes they made, I wouldn't say necessarily improved or detracted from the experience. It's a very neutral sum, you know? And because of that, it genuinely just felt like a normal playthrough of Mass Effect 2. And that's not necessarily negative, but it's certainly not a positive either. I mean, either way, I love Mass Effect 2, so I'm not complaining. I did, however, now that I'm looking at her, did like the fact that we do have the, you know, default FemShep face in Mass Effect 2. That's something I can't forget. This face was only available previously in Mass Effect 3, but they've made it available in the Legendary Edition for Mass Effect 1 and 2. So that is, I guess, a positive. A very small one, but a very appreciated one. So overall, again, it just felt like a normal playthrough of Mass Effect 2, but we had lots of fun. Did it pretty much perfectly, or as perfectly as we could. Did pretty much every single mission except for super tiny ones that I didn't even have unless I bought them, you know, so really inconsequential. So overall, pretty much 100%ed it. 99.9%ed the game, and we have really prepared ourselves for Mass Effect 3. As you can see, I'll never get tired of showing this off. Full bar of Paragon. I mean, overall, again, like I mentioned previously this session, we maxed out that bar long before we even got to the halfway point. So our true Paragon is probably wrapping around our heads. So that is going to do us the world of good for Mass Effect 3. We're going to start off with a nice boost and be able to hit a lot of the things we need to get a really perfect Mass Effect 3 ending, just like we did with Mass Effect 1 and 2. But that's really all I got, guys. Thank you all for joining me on this journey through Mass Effect 2. It has sadly come to an end, but our Mass Effect 3 journey is just getting started. So again, thank you for joining. If you've liked what you've seen, please consider following my Twitch channel. I'll be starting the next game shortly. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel to check out my previous sessions of this playthrough, as well as my whole Mass Effect 1 playthrough and other games I've played, like Spider-Man, Last of Us 2, and God of War 2018. So among many others. So but yeah, until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.